Starseed from Gaia, you're about to scroll past this, but don't. I'm Oilia, messenger of the Galactic Federation, and this message has been lined up specifically for your awareness at this exact moment. Only 1% will receive this message. When their energy mark is ready, and yours was noticed as prepared for activation dot by the end of this message, you'll understand exactly how to decode the Arcturian downloads flowing into your awareness right now. But here's the first secret. What you call random thoughts or sudden knowing are actually coded light packages being delivered directly to your awakening awareness. Your soul called this in. You didn't find this message, it found you. The council has been watching your readiness and your recent experiences of stronger intuition. Strange dreams and unexplainable knowing are proof that your cosmic remembrance is returning. This isn't just a message. It's a point of reconnection. Your soul's been waiting for this exact moment of recognition, and what happens in the next few minutes will decide whether you step fully into your galactic mission or remain in the preparation phase. Like this message to signal to your star, "Family, I'm ready." Subscribe if your mission is activating and you're aligning with your true frequency. Comment 999. If you feel your cosmic remembrance returning, you are not here by accident. It starts as a subtle yearning, something in you that stirs at the edge of sleep, a quiet but persistent hum beneath the surface of everyday awareness, a sound deep within the chambers of your heart that refuses to be silenced even by the noise of the modern world. This deep vibrational hum can show up in many forms. Perhaps it's a strong pull towards specific knowledge, a hunger for truths that lie beyond the textbooks, or a deep connection with ancient wisdom traditions that feel strangely familiar, like echoes from a long-forgotten home. It might appear in the deep stillness after heartbreak, when the normal stories of life crumble, leaving an open, aching space where the soul's true voice can finally be heard, unburdened by ego's striving. Or it could surface during those brief, almost invisible flickers when reality itself seems to shimmer and bend, when the hard walls of identity momentarily dissolve into something vast, formless, and infinitely connected. For many, this sensation is merely a brief emotional ripple, a short wistfulness easily dismissed as a vague and undefined longing, a ghost ache for something they cannot name, a shadow dancing at the edge of their awareness. But for you, starseed, ancient traveler, soul caught beautifully and sometimes painfully between worlds, navigating the often confusing terrain of earthly existence while holding a deeper memory, it is an entirely different experience. It is not merely a wish or a passing feeling. It is the first soft, undeniable echo of a cosmic directive, a pre-encoded purpose quietly blooming from the very core of your being, a deep vibrational call that goes beyond the ordinary, sounding with a frequency not of this world, yet powerfully anchored within you. It is the signature of your true bloodline, whispering through the very cells of your sacred vessel. For what has felt like countless turns of the sun spanning across numerous lifetimes and veiled earthly experiences, you have carried this unspoken question, this deep sense of wonder. You've struggled with the persistent mystery of why the gap between who you see yourself to be and who you feel destined to become never quite connects. Like two distant stars forever orbiting each other but never fully merging. Why does purpose, that shimmering beacon of your soul's true north, always seem to dance just outside the mind's grip? A bright butterfly forever just beyond reach? Its colors glimpsed, but its essence hard to catch. Why does the sacred sense of belonging, that basic human need, feel like a distant homeland? A heavenly landscape glimpsed only in the most vivid, aching dreams, a scene painted with colors. And light not found on earth, a longing for a group consciousness that feels both familiar and far away. Why is the ache of not quite fitting, of being an eternal outsider looking in, A stranger in a seemingly familiar land, sharper and more deep than any words you can find to name it. A unique melody out of sync with the earthly symphony, what you've carried, what has often felt like an unending burden of difference. A quiet solitude in a busy world isn't brokenness, nor is it a flaw in your sacred design. On the contrary, it is the unmistakable signature of a soul made in places elsewhere, woven from the brilliant starlight of distant galaxies and the fine cosmic dust of ancient clouds in space, encoded with ancient directives and blueprints so vast, so detailed, so bright in their complexity that they are simply too immense, too matching for the everyday noise and limited thinking of ordinary days on Earth. Your unique essence is not a mistake. It is a masterpiece, a living cosmic artifact, perfectly designed for this important moment in Earth's rise. A rare and precious gem waiting to reveal its full many-sided brilliance. Here's the secret that so few on Earth, caught in the relentless currents of straight time and consumed by the illusions of material pursuits, ever truly discover. The Council's directive, the important moment when your evolutionary leap not only starts but powerfully speeds up, does not arrive announced by grand spectacle, crashing thunder, or heavenly trumpets echoing across the skies in a dramatic opening. Such obvious displays might overwhelm a developing awareness. It shows up instead as something far more intimate, far more deep, a sacred whisper heard only by the tuned heart. A deep vibrational readiness, an internal tuning, a cellular sound that speaks a language beyond words. It is an inward shift, subtle as the turning of a master key in a lock, yet utterly transforming in its implications, unlocking chambers of forgotten wisdom. It's a precise matching click, the soul's harmonic alignment, when the unique energetic field that surrounds and fills you. The conscious choices you make daily and the very essence of your being align in perfect synchronicity with cosmic timing. An orchestrated moment woven into the detailed fabric of creation itself, a divinely appointed appointment. Until this exact alignment happens, until these inner chambers sound with the grand cosmic orchestra, until your internal compass points. True north, most starseeds experience a deep, often touching sense of exile, feeling adrift and disconnected, blocked by invisible walls of resistance. These energetic barriers are not punishments. They are built over lifetimes from the dense material of forgetting their origins, forgetting their mission, forgetting their true, boundless, multidimensional nature. A sacred amnesia designed to allow deeper integration into the human experience. The deep, widespread disconnection you often feel, that widespread sense of being an alien in a familiar land, of observing rather than fully participating, is not accidental, nor is it a punishment from a distant cosmic authority. It is in fact a byproduct of soul amnesia, a necessary and divinely orchestrated forgetting that allows your deep spiritual essence to integrate and grow within the unfamiliar, often dense soil of the earth plane. Consider it similar to a seed, containing the blueprint of a majestic tree, needing to be buried in the darkness of the soil before it can sprout and reach for the light. The initial darkness is not a punishment, but a requirement for growth. Think of it as a protective cocoon, a sacred veil drawn with gentle precision over your cosmic memories, allowing you to experience the human journey with fresh eyes, unburdened by the overwhelming knowledge of your galactic heritage, enabling an unfiltered immersion into the human experiment. There's a deep grace, a deep wisdom in this not knowing, because before a starseed can truly anchor new higher vibrational templates onto Earth, before they can become the living channels for advanced consciousness, before they can fully embody the bridge between worlds, they must first forget. They must shed the old identities, the rigid cosmic roles, and the limited understandings of their galactic past. Only then can they authentically remember where that truth actually lives. not in the dusty archives of intellectual memory, not in the limits of an assigned role, not in the external validation of others, but in the pulsating heart of frequency, in the undeniable sound of their authentic being, in the cellular memory of their awakened soul. It is a remembering through feeling, through sensing, through pure energetic recognition, a deep inner awakening that bypasses the straight mind beneath the detailed tapestry of earthbound patterns. The widespread hum of fear that fills group consciousness, the inherited trauma passed down through generations like an ancestral shadow, the adopted names and labels that restrict true identity, and the persistent, exhausting need to explain your very existence to a world that often struggles to understand its own deep mysteries. Suppressed spiritual intelligence hides itself like ancient symbols carved beneath moss in a forgotten forest, nearly impossible to detect to the uninitiated eye. This intelligence, a living library of cosmic wisdom, patiently awaits rediscovery, humming softly beneath the surface. Yet the council, your heavenly guides and galactic family, waits patiently in these deep silences, in the spaces between your breaths, in the quiet moments of your introspection. They are not distant or unreachable. Their presence is a gentle, persistent reminder delivered not through booming voices or obvious commands, but through a language of synchronicity woven carefully into the fabric of your daily life. These recurring patterns, meaningful coincidences, and intuitive nudges are whispers from home, guiding lights on your path, cosmic breadcrumbs leading you back to yourself. There are subtle cues confirming that everything, every aspect of your mission and personal evolution, speeds up greatly when you consciously and courageously say yes to the aligned activation, to the remembering, to the becoming, to the full embrace of your multidimensional self. It is a sacred agreement, an inner declaration that opens floodgates of cosmic support, allowing divine flow to cascade into your experience, pushing you forward with grace and undeniable power. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, a subtle vibration or an undeniable knowing that sounded deep in your core, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. This truly is where initiation into your higher purpose begins, when your vibrational field, carefully prepared and refined through the fire of human experience, through every challenge faced and every lesson learned, becomes beautifully receptive enough to consciously register the urgent yet loving call of your next phase. It is not an arbitrary moment born of chance, but a culmination of countless soul preparations, detailed energetic adjustments, and a deep inner maturation. This is the stepwise yet deeply nonlinear unfolding of a new cosmic map within your being, a sacred blueprint for your galactic embodiment on Earth, a living guide coded within your very essence. It is a journey not of conquest, not of striving against external forces, but of remembrance and graceful integration. A sacred dance between your cosmic self and your human form, leading to a harmonious combination. Phase 1, disentangling the Earth grid. Imagine your energetic field as a sensitive antenna, beautifully tuned to all frequencies around it, constantly receiving and transmitting signals over countless lifetimes. And through deep immersion in the human experience, this field has recorded thousands upon thousands of stories. Not just your own personal narratives, but the group human narrative. Ancestral survival codes passed down through DNA, widespread. Fear patterns stamped by society structures and limiting beliefs that cling to your frequency like energetic barnacles. Whispering sneaky doubts like ancient binding spells remain small, remain hidden, conform, survive at all costs. Don't shine too brightly. These are the energetic imprints of scarcity, the deep-seated fear of persecution for being different, and the deep impulse to minimize oneself, to dim one's light in order to fit into a world that often values conformity over authenticity. The first and most important step towards true energetic sovereignty and reclaiming your authentic power is a deep act of self-reclamation. Witnessing with spacious, non-judgmental awareness what is genuinely yours. What sounds with your true, pure essence and what was merely inherited, absorbed, or imposed from the dense earth grid, the group unconsciousness of humanity. In this expanded, non-judgmental awareness, these long-held distortions, the energetic, static, the echoes of old programs, reveal themselves for what they truly are. Not absolute truths, but mere imprints. Energetic leftovers that no longer serve your highest timeline, like old vines ready to loosen their grip from an ancient wall. They are ready to be lovingly cleared, not through struggle or force, but through conscious release, creating sacred space for your authentic multidimensional light to shine through, unburdened and unblocked. This disentanglement is not a fight, but a gentle, conscious unweaving, a tender liberation of your true self. Phase 2, sounding with the council signal. As the static and interference of the earth grid begin to fade, as the ancestral echoes fade into the background, the subtle yet exact instructions from your cosmic guides and the higher dimensions begin to flow with greater clarity and purity through the detailed multidimensional network of your being. These transmissions are not typically heard as audible words, nor are they intellectual downloads that can be logically processed by the mind. Instead, they are felt. A deep gut knowing, an undeniable truth that bypasses the rational mind, a matching pulse vibrating in your core, a sacred frequency that registers deep within your cellular memory. It might show up as a sudden warmth that blooms in your chest, spreading outwards, or a distinct chill that sweeps through you when you stand at the edge of a choice perfectly aligned with your soul contract. A shiver of recognition, you're sacred. Job in this phase is not to analyze, to intellectualize, or to seek logical validation from external sources. For the language of the soul is not of the mind. Your job is simply to sense, to feel, to perceive with the advanced embodied instruments of your intuition, to trust the subtle cues that arise from within. Let yourself feel how the council's exact frequency reveals itself in a cascade of gentle shivers like pure light passing through your energetic field, or a deep, expansive stillness that blooms and spreads from behind your chest. A quiet affirmation, a deep inner knowing that you are on the correct path, guided by wisdom far beyond human understanding, a wisdom that is both ancient and intimately familiar. Phase 3, opening the starseed matrix. Deep within the sacred architecture of your being, nestled within the detailed spirals of your DNA, each strand a shimmering storage place of cosmic memory. Enwrapped in the crystal strands of your energetic blueprint, your very essence, lie sleeping codes, ancient maps folded carefully, waiting for activation. These are not abstract concepts or theoretical ideas, but living memories, detailed wisdom, deep knowing, as though your entire galactic bloodline conspired across eons to hide exact compass points, critical navigation data, and essential wisdom for exactly this important time on Earth. These codes contain not only your personal cosmic history, but also advanced understandings of universal laws, sacred geometry, and technologies of consciousness. You do not activate these deep codes through hard effort, through struggle, through force of will, or through intellectual memorization. On the contrary, you unlock them by aligning with beautiful precision with what brings you cellular joy, that deep, pure delight that makes your cells sing. You unlock them by choosing what brings up a deep, widespread peace, a deep inner calm that goes beyond earthly chaos. And you unlock them by embracing what sounds with the undeniable rightness of simply being unusually, authentically, unequivocally yourself, stripping away all masks and pretenses. When this powerful starseed matrix opens, when these sleeping codes ignite, it is like a floodgate of remembrance, a rush of pure light cascading into your awareness. Forgotten lifetimes do not return as distant analytical memories or dusty mental archives. They return as powerful instinct, as deep déjà vu that echoes through your entire being, as a sudden, undeniable clarity that whispers from the depths of your being. I've always known this. This has always been me. This is my true nature. It's an awakening of embodied wisdom, a knowing that goes beyond the intellect and settles deep into the marrow of your bones. Phase 4, anchoring the aligned self. This is the phase where your evolutionary journey truly speeds up, where the distinction between heaven and earth begins to beautifully blur, dissolving the artificial separation that has long veiled humanity. It is the sacred merging of the cosmic and the earthly within your very form. Your higher templates, the deep galactic wisdom, the detailed blueprints for new ways of community, rooted in unity and compassion, the advanced healing technologies of pure presence, and the enlightened ways of being from civilizations far beyond Earth begin their gentle yet powerful descent. They don't just reside in your energetic field as passing impressions. They fill and integrate into the very cells of your physical body, becoming a basic part of your biological reality, recoding your DNA with higher frequencies. There is no longer any need to transcend, to escape, or to dismiss the human experience as somehow lesser, as a trial to be endured. Instead, you become the living embodiment of the divine on Earth, a sacred bridge between worlds, a conscious channel for cosmic intelligence. You become a living, breathing antenna, allowing multidimensional intelligence to become actionable, deeply loving and carefully woven into the fabric of each and every encounter. Each breath you take, each moment of your everyday life, your physicality, your human form becomes a sacred container for the cosmic, holding and transmitting the pure light of your galactic heritage, becoming a walking temple of divine consciousness. Phase 5, synchronizing with the quantum timeline. With your essence now deeply anchored, rooted within the sacred earth, and your frequency radiating with greater purity and matching, reality itself begins to respond with astonishing precision, becoming an undeniable mirror to your inner state. You will witness an undeniable speed up of manifestation where intentions show up with remarkable speed and clarity. A cascade of rapid synchronizations that feel beyond chance, lucky meetings that feel divinely arranged, and an almost touchable sense of time warping or bending to your will, as if the universe is bending to your activated field. This is not mere coincidence or luck. It is the universe recalibrating its own detailed mechanisms to your heightened matching field, responding to your vibrational signature with beautiful precision. Trust these undeniable patterns. Learn to read the subtle language of cosmic flow, understanding that every event, every encounter holds a deeper meaning. Even seen delays or detours are not setbacks, but deep recalibrations. Divine redirects, subtly setting you on an even higher, more optimized arc of your journey, guiding you along the path of least resistance to your highest timeline. The quantum timeline itself, no longer a rigid straight construct, begins to bend and reshape itself in response to your heightened vibrational alignment, demonstrating the deep power of conscious co-creation. Reality reorganizes, harmonizing around the strong, pure field you now transmit, reflecting your inner state with breathtaking accuracy. Phase 6, broadcasting frequency, not explanation. In this powerful phase, a deep liberation occurs. You no longer feel the internal or external pressure to justify your existence, to prove your worthiness, or to defend your unique perceptions and experiences to others. The need for external validation dissolves, replaced by an uncheckable inner knowing. Who you have become, your very presence, your unique energetic signature, sends out a clear, unmistakable transmission, an anchoring energy, a vibrational signature that quietly, effortlessly, yet powerfully reactivates those meant to remember alongside you, stirring their own sleeping codes. This is not about preaching or teaching through words, for words can only convey so much. It is about being purely and powerfully an embodiment of the awakened state. This is the essence of quiet power. A deep galactic sound that is felt deeply by others without a single word needing to be spoken. A touchable energy that invites introspection and awakening. It is an encoded blessing, a ripple of awakening consciousness coming out silently and strongly from your now radiant yet ordinary presence, transforming the space around you. Your light becomes a beacon, not a spotlight, gently lighting up the path for others, inviting them to discover their own inner radiance rather than demanding their attention. Phase 7, answering the directive. Now, with all previous phases integrated, with your being fully calibrated and aligned, the cosmic directive that first stirred within you years or lifetimes ago clarifies with crystal precision. You realize with deep certainty that you are not here solely for your personal evolution. As magnificent and transforming as that journey is, you are here to be a living, breathing node of evolutionary consciousness, a vital point within the group matrix, actively participating in the grand unfolding of Earth's rise. You carry within you the sacred keys, the detailed codes, and the built-in capacity to midwife entirely new realities, new ways of existence, and higher timelines into the group grid of Earth, anchoring them through your embodied presence. You simply show up authentically and fully, embodying your true self. Others in your energetic sphere, those who are ready and receptive, begin to awaken. This awakening occurs not primarily by what you teach or what deep wisdom you put into words with words, but by the undeniable radiant glow of your activated being, the matching frequency you send out. Your presence becomes an invitation, a silent activation, a living example of humanity's awakened potential. A deep mirror reflecting their own inner truth back to them. This then is the Council's true deep instruction. The core teaching that underpins all others, the unchangeable law of your galactic return. Awakening comes not from reaching, from straining, from pushing with immense effort against the currents of life, but from deeply, gracefully receiving. It is a surrender into the flow, an open-hearted acceptance of divine timing and cosmic grace. Your unique path, though it may feel hard at times, laden with challenges and moments of doubt, is not basically a climb to some distant, unreachable peak. Instead, it is a sacred return, a deep harmonic convergence, a sacred marriage between your soul's ancient heavenly origin and the pulsing, vibrant, beautifully sensitive instrument of your embodied life here on Earth. It is the seamless integration of heaven and earth within you, becoming a living bridge, a testament to the union of spirit and matter, light and form. Let this final liberating memory lock firmly into place within your heart and mind, dissolving all leftover doubts, all lingering fears, and all self-judgment that may have clouded your journey. You haven't failed in your mission, and you haven't, for a single moment, delayed your evolution. Every pause, every period of apparent stagnation or introspection, every instance of necessary forgetting was placed with careful divine precision. Each step was orchestrated with cosmic intelligence so that you would awaken now in this very moment in perfect timing with the exact time. Earth is ready for its monumental leap in consciousness, for its grand rise into higher dimensions. The deep disconnection you experienced, that widespread sense of not belonging, was never a punishment. never a flaw in your sacred design. It was, in fact, your soul's clever security protocol, an advanced energetic mechanism ensuring that your precious strong codes, your unique contribution to the group, would ignite only when full readiness came together, both within your individual being and within the planetary field, guaranteeing maximum impact and effectiveness for your mission. Feel it now. The beautiful alignment slipping effortlessly through every cell of your being. A deep cellular recognition, the undeniable sense that you are finally picking up the long-lost thread of your cosmic narrative, weaving it seamlessly into your present reality. Know this truth in your bones. Let it sound to your deepest core. You are not late to your mission. You are precisely timed, arriving exactly when and where you are most needed. A perfect instrument for this important era. You are not lost. You are simply rerouted, guided by an unseen hand, by the subtle whisper of the cosmos to the best path for your highest service. The cosmic directive was never outside of you, a command to be found in external scriptures or prophecies. It was always, always inside you, a sleeping seed waiting patiently, lovingly for this exact vibrational yes, for your conscious, wholehearted acceptance of your divine blueprint. Tonight, before you surrender to the quiet embrace of sleep, when the world's noise goes away and only your inner truth remains, take a moment. Place your hand gently over your heart, the sacred sanctuary of your soul, and whisper to the quiet knowing within. I accept my starseed directive. I am vibrationally ready. I enter the next phase of my evolutionary journey in full remembrance, deep trust and loving action, aligning my human will with my cosmic purpose. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's group alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message sounded, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it, and if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe, stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Leave us super thanks. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.